Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Dally and Dave are playing Portal. Dally is. We have finished testing, so Dally is now eating cake.
I have assumed the party escort submission position, and I have received my cake. Leftover birthday cake.
Okay, so we're going to try and finish. Oh,
Where are you? I know you're there. I can feel you here.
I just realised that at the top of the last episode we didn't introduce ourselves. It was the one thing I forgot to do.
I mean, we sort of introduced ourselves. We said hello.
Yeah.
I suppose we didn't say who we were.
Yeah. What if people don't know who we are?
I mean, I really do feel like we're pretty much. This is supposed to be like a continuation of our Half-Life thing. So...
Do you expect people to watch all 20-ish episodes of our Half-Life playthrough before getting to this?
22.
Of course there's... I said ish. We are joined in the chat by, I believe, Griffin, Jade, and Max.
Hello! Again.
We're saying hello to you again because it's a new video now. I was talking last time about how I was born without self-esteem, or a sense of direction, or the other thing. Memory. Hand-eye coordination. And Jade was replying, you were born with oodles of innate fabulousness. Aw, thank you. You are also fabulous.
What are you doing?
Yes,
What?
what are we doing?
We don't know, GLaDOS.
You're not even going the right way. Hello? Is anyone there?
No. Oh, what's that say?
It says the cake is a lie.
No,
Not Madeline's cake.
I hate to disagree with you, Ratman, but
We are in the
it's good.
pneumatic tubes.
It's chocolate.
Wow.
Oh my god. Was it like blowing you along?
Yes, that was the...
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake.
I don't even know how to get
It
back
was a
there.
fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back.
You're all very impressed.
I don't think this ever really occurred to me before, but she keeps speaking as though there's a number of different people,
Somebody cut the cake. I told them.
but it's just her, isn't it?
Yep.
It's cool, GLaDOS, I've got cake. It's chocolate.
Okay.
You want some more?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I know this horrifies people, but I am less of a fan of cake than...
Yeah, I did actually let Dave have some of this cake also.
Where do I go?
Isn't it one of those things where, like, sometimes you'll be asked, do you prefer cake or pie? And I get the feeling that you're kind of
if I'm not a fan of cake, I'm definitely not a fan of pie.
No.
Because I do not like short crust pastry, so...
What about flaky pastry?
Yeah, flaky pastry I can cope with, yeah.
Because you do get, I suppose, sweet pies are almost always short crust. But like, before I became a vegetarian, I used to really like steak pies, and I really liked steak pies when they were flaky pastry.
Oh, I think I see what the...
The vegan sausage rolls I really like are flaky pastry.
Yeah. The reason I don't like those kind of pies are for a different reason, too, because I don't like gravy.
That's fair. Yeah, you can't avoid gravy if you're having a steak pie.
Oh, look.
Hello.
Somebody has painted the exit sign. Just
Ratman to the rescue again.
Oh, there we go. Dun-dun.
Jade saying, "Oh, I guess I should leave. I haven't seen the Halo vids. I miss." Yeah.
Was that a deliberate mistake, or?
I'm going to assume it is.
Yes. There's no. Well,
we're not. I'm specifically not saying anything spoilery from Half-Life, so you don't have to watch them in order.
so part of the we've been talking over. Oh, okay, it's squished down. I was talking over GLaDOS, which I was specifically trying not to do.
Got your comeuppance. You already said that, GLaDOS. Joke's on you, GLaDOS, we don't think anything.
I don't know where I'm going either. Can we get in there? No.
Is that portable? Well, at least we don't get squished if we stand on that one.
We go up here. That's where we came in, maybe.
Oh, Jade is actually also not a big cake person, except for some specific kinds.
What I was in the middle of saying was was that the we are playing Portal as part of a playthrough of Half-Life 2 episode 0, 1 and 2, and because of the release of Half-Life Alyx, and one of the things I noticed on doing a playthrough of Half-Life Alyx was
watching a playthrough of Half-Life.
Did I say doing?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I do not have access to.
We don't have Half-Life Alyx.
VR.
We don't have VR.
Yeah. There I can portal into. I wonder.
So
I think all of those fall off.
Oh, there it goes. Well, there's no climbing mechanic in this game, so I don't think we could have used them anyway. So, what was the thing you noticed in your watching the playthrough of Half-Life Alyx?
Well, just that it.
Oh, there it goes.
Easier said than done. That a lot of the mood of the kind of tone of Half-Life Alyx.
Didn't we have some fun? Though remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye?
You mean the oven? Right, GLaDOS?
And then I was off. We pretended we were going to murder you. That was great.
Sorry, yes. A lot of the tone of Half-Life Alyx is kind of things like Overwatch being much more chatty in Half-Life Alyx than she was in Half-Life 2, and a lot of the music as well is
just feel
much
more portal-y.
Well, I think in particular the music's done by the same guy as did the music in Portal 2. I really quite like the
Did
music.
Portal 2 not also do music in Portal 1?
No, it's a different guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, odd. I could have sworn it was the same person. Okay.
We have also turned the music off, so I don't really know what the music's like in Portal 1. But,
Oh no, should we turn the music off?
not at this point, no.
Maybe we'll have the music on in Portal 2.
Yes, we're definitely going to have the music on the Portal 2 because it's kind of almost the entire point of.
Ah!
That's foolish.
It's all gone a bit dally. So we decided to incorporate
Yes.
this here Portal playthrough after we'd finished Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Yes.
Because it all kind of ties together thematically what was being made by Valve. And then we're also going to
just as a getting the references in a sense of getting the references. Oh, okay, so we're actually what we want there. That's what I do wrong that time. Just kind of getting the cultural references, but the kind of
extended universe internal reference.
just the kind of the artistic choices that they made. And again, I keep choosing the wrong.
It's not just me.
Choosing the wrong portal. It's the orange one that I want.
Orange.
Oh.
Oh no.
What?
Don't want to deal with that.
You really shouldn't be here. This isn't safe for
We've
you.
noticed.
It's not too late for you to turn back.
And in GLaDOS, in case you haven't noticed, you're not particularly safe for us either.
I'm not angry, just got back to the testing.
I'm not angry, just disappointed. Griffin says it's an orange box story playthrough.
It is.
Yes,
Yeah.
although
we're
we
going
don't
to
play TF2.
Yeah.
I tried
That's
playing.
kind of thing where I'm kind
I
of
tried playing TF2.
yeah.
I wasn't very good.
Yeah,
It involves interacting with people.
Yeah, I I feel like, again, given the point of this is to try and put a lot of the kind of the artistic choices and stuff in Half-Life Alyx into context. In order to do that fully, we probably need to do a retrospective on. We probably need to do a retrospective that includes
Half-Life 1?
No, Team Fortress and Left 4 Dead, both of which.
Wait,
are...
Left 4 Dead was Valve?
Oh yeah.
What? I should have known that. I've heard of Left 4 Dead. I've seen posts of Left 4 Dead. But Left 4 Dead and TF2 were multiplayer, aren't they?
Yes, and I can't stand multiplayer.
Yeah, we are. I was going to say misogynist. That's not the right word. Misanthropes. That's the word.
Misanthropist.
It's like we don't hate a specific gender of human being. We just hate all human beings, except for you guys. We love you.
I don't know. I love you guys because you're on the other side of the internet. I can't promise that we'd be. That's not true. I think we would.
You're a bit much. They'd probably get annoyed with you.
Yeah, they'd probably get annoyed with me.
You get annoyed with us right quick if you knew us IRL.
Help!
Help! Oh, it mood.
Yep.
Such moods.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Griffin says no TF2, therefore story playthrough. Yeah, that makes sense because TF2 doesn't have a story.
This is gonna.
I mean, it has like
out.
backstory, but you know.
Yeah.
But yes.
This is where we start getting into. Yeah.
Oh right.
Please put me down.
Please put me down.
I don't
Music.
hate
There
you.
must be a radio nearby.
So we're going to.
Who's there? Who are you?
Your worst nightmare. That's who I am.
Oh no.
Dave. Did you in fact portal in front of?
Yeah.
Mode activated.
My god, there's daylight up there.
Is there?
Thought it looked like
Okay.
daylight. Is that not daylight?
No, that's just the.
Just regular light. Regular non-daylight.
It's light from a. Hello. It's interesting. The notice that the
You're not a good person. You know that, right?
Way
yes, I do.
Way to call us out, GLaDOS.
Can you hear me?
GLaDOS, the most productive thing we can manage at the moment is live streaming on Twitch. We know we're not good people. Not that productivity is tied to worth, I should quickly clarify that. It's just tied to our worth.
Indeed. I mean.
Wait, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get up there? Oh right, because it's yeah. Because the arrow says so.
It's like the only way out. So. Get from here. Do we need to go down?
Hello, friends. They're having a tea party.
Yes.
One of them is taking a nap.
Just jump. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Just jump across it. Okay.
Sometimes.
Made that a little bit too complicated.
Sometimes there's an obvious solution.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, friend. Wait a minute.
Target lost.
Go and stand in the naughty corner. Think about what you've done.
There's a surface at an angle. That's usually a hint.
Over here.
Is it Ratman's?
I love how artistic he is.
Yes. A little bit repetitive. It's almost as if.
Do you think
know,
the cake
they
is a
were,
lie?
almost as if these were
Limited assets?
stock assets that are being.
Listen. The important thing is that there was a fitting tribute to the companion cube. And bonk.
This is your fault. It didn't have to be like this.
GLaDOS,
I'm
why
not
are you
kidding
blaming
now.
us?
Turn back, or I will kill you.
But
Oh,
if we
goodness.
turn back, you will still
I'm
kill
going
us.
to kill you, and all the cake is gone.
Well, that
You
reminds me, I
don't
still have cake.
even care, do you?
Ooh.
This is your last chance.
All I can think
Okay,
of
we
is
have.
tell us
Here
where.
we go. Here we are going to.
Oh, this buddy. Oh,
teach
he,
us.
he
Teach us
can
a.
break glass.
Teach us a mechanic which will come in useful in the later
It's
in
a
the game.
mechanic that we didn't learn in the testing chamber.
Indeed, yes.
All I can think of when GLaDOS says, "Turn back or I will kill you," is, "Tell us which way the talking llama went, and we'll burn your house to the ground." Don't you mean or? Fine. Tell us where the talking llama is, or we'll burn your house to the ground. Well, which is it? That's like a pretty crucial conjunction.
Indeed. So we go. Oh, this
Griffin says, "Don't forget the chair. It's very helpful."
a chair.
Ooh.
No chair in one of these that is a.
I mean, there are chairs.
This is a chair. In case we're going to need that again, we'll put that over there.
Over here. Oh, that's right. We have to. We have to.
Hello.
Yeah. We have to do that thing that you're
Ooh.
already doing.
There we go.
Bonk.
A cube. It's not a companion cube, but it is at least.
Hashtag not my companion cube.
Are you stealing one of our viewers' jokes?
I'm co-opting
Homaging?
it.
Yes.
I have taken it for the collective.
Resistance is viewed on.
I have requisitioned it.
The floor is lava.
The one thing you cannot escape in a Valve game is using a thing to climb on another thing.
Yes. Physics puzzles.
Sometimes the physics is just find a way to get taller.
Okay, that was glitching. That was not my fault. I'm going to claim that was not my fault because that was glitching out all over the place.
Sure, Jam. God damn it, I've just realised that meme isn't going to work for me ever because I actually know someone with that name.
What is it?
It's a Brady Bunch reference.
Oh, I remember this bit. Happy music. Oh, that must be another bit. I'm seeing a lot of potential places where. There we go. Wait for that. They're all opening at the same time.
See, the thing that stressed me out about this particular section, and it's not happening right now because we have the music switched off,
yeah.
but the music
the
went
music's
really
really
intense, really fast, and I immediately
Very
felt
good.
like under so much pressure. But it's actually, you can just hide and
Yeah.
just take it at your own pace, and it's fine. Do you think we should play with the music turned on when we do Portal 2?
Yes, I definitely. Again, because I think that the music.
Oh yeah, you were
is,
talking about that, weren't you?
The music is really part of the reason that I want to do Portal 2. Can't remember the name of the artist who's. Actually, the artist who did the sound for the audio for Portal 2, because especially in Portal 2, they did a lot of work with music that kind of adapts as your playing, depending on as you pick things up and as you put things down, it kind of adds more overtones and things to the.
Yeah, I feel like sort of evolving music was, if I'm remembering my Outside Xbox or an Outside Extra videos correctly, I feel like it was Monkey Island that first kind of popularized or first started doing that. Watch the video about music in video games on Outside Extra, but it kind of pointed out that.
Oh, look, that may need to.
do a jumpy jump. Speedy thing goes in. Speedy thing stops on the concrete. Thank goodness for longfall boots.
Yes. There we go. Ah.
Oh, Griffin says, I only use chairs to climb into the vent. It's my way of rebelling against my dad. Presumably, Griffin's dad is a cube. Yes, I suppose you could use a chair as the climbing thing rather than getting a...
So it's another way of doing it rather than using the rocket to rather than relying on the rocket to break the.
Okay, so the Portal 2 soundtrack, also known as Songs to Test By.
Yeah, Mike Moraski, that's the guy.
Yeah, by Mike Moraski, with the exception of the song "Want You Gone," composed by Jonathan Coulton, who I assume.
I think he's the guy who did the.
Still Alive.
It's Still Alive.
Yeah, that'll be why. That'll be why I was confused, because I was like, oh, I thought the main end theme was composed by the same.
Ooh, I don't know if we're going to stop and watch the PowerPoint that's talking about the defense contract for
competing with Black Mesa.
But
I mean,
basically
it
gives you a little bit of background about the
rivalry.
No, about what they were trying to do with making.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing that might help with your presentation is formatting it on the screen properly.
Indeed. I think this is supposed to be a spoof of a really bad...
someone who's like, graphic design is my passion.
Yes, proposed... so they have proposed for like 350 different things and got awarded almost none of them, compared to Black Mesa, who only proposed a few.
Yeah.
Yes. They so they were developing a fuel system icing inhibitor. The Aperture proposal was... also, as well as being a fuel system icing inhibitor, was also a fully operational disk operating system, and arguably alive.
Arguably alive. Good.
Which was
good for
GLaDOS.
Oh no!
Aha. This also, incidentally, before we get to whatever has made you say "oh no."
No. What I'm saying, oh no, is that it was GLaDOS.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, the DOS in GLaDOS is this disk operating system. So there's
what has science wrought?
There's a scene at the end of Half-Life Alyx that is very, very similar to this, although it has obvious differences, but has this kind of setup. This is the final mainframe area for. This is where.
Oh, I know what the mainframe is.
Where your respirator.
It's the powerhouse of the cell. Right.
Here we go.
Do you know what? I actually can't remember.
You found me. Congratulations. Was it because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart?
Did we interrupt
Maybe
her
you
thing
could
by
settle
coming too
for
close?
that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4... Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What
It's a
is that?
surprise.
It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll
It's
solve
very
later.
quiet.
By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing? I
Yes.
wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just make your life even worse, somehow.
I mean, our life is
This
pretty
is
bad
where
right
the
now.
SAS keeps on going.
This is
I
why
don't
we
want to tell you
decide
the business,
to
but
not
if it
do
were
this
me,
as quickly
I'd
as
leave that thing
possible.
alone.
I would leave that thing alone.
Do you think I'm trying to trick you with reverse psychology? I mean, seriously now.
We could just, get this next part over
Okay,
with, but
fine.
we want to
Don't
hear what
touch
GLaDOS
it.
says.
Pick it up and just stuff it back into me.
I mean, I'd love to, GLaDOS, but how?
Let's be honest. Neither one of us knows what that thing does. Just put it in the corner, and I'll deal with it later.
By corner.
That thing is probably some kind of raw sewage container. Go ahead and rub your face all over it.
I think there's I think that's the funniest part.
Maybe you should marry that thing
Okay.
since you love it so
This
much.
is the one.
Do you want to marry it? Well, I won't let you. How does that feel?
Okay, now we can destroy
now
it.
we
That
can
was the
destroy
funniest line. It's important.
Have I lied to you? I mean,
Okay.
Oh
We
no!
lost it. Have I lied to you?
kidding me. Did you just set that aperture science thing, we don't know what it does, into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator?
No.
That has got to be the dumbest thing that... Whoa.
Cows. Pictures
Moo.
of cows.
Good news. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin.
Cake!
They stopped flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters.
Cool.
Oh, that core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me, it'll be a lot less painful than the neurotoxin. Alright, keep doing whatever it is you
Oh
think you're
no,
doing.
it has to be directly
Killing
on
you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go.
Oh my god.
That thing you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. It made shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero.
GLaDOS, would you please
This
drop...
isn't brave. It's murder. What did I ever do to you?
I mean,
The
recently.
difference between us is that I can feel pain.
The difference between us is
You
that.
don't even care.
GLaDOS. If you would stop wiggling
yeah, we've
around.
got like
I mean, good
There we
news,
go.
as long as we...
Right.
I don't know if we'll get
Did
it
you
done
hear
this
me?
time, but
I
I
said
think
you
we'll get
don't
this
care.
done by 6.
Are you listening?
where did it go? It went there.
Oh, that's right. They
They fly
land
off.
in
That's it.
increasingly
I'm done
infuriating
listening.
directions.
Starting now, there's going to be a lot
It's
less
the curiosity.
conversation
What's
and
that?
a
What's
lot
that?
more
That
killing.
thing has numbers
That
on
thing
it.
has numbers on it.
Look at that thing. No, that other thing. No, what's wrong with your legs?
What do you mean, what's wrong with... Wait, do
Are
we
you
have
coming
legs?
back? Oh, hey, you're the lady from the test. Hi.
What was that?
Nice.
Did you say
Is that
something?
done?
I sincerely hope you weren't expecting a response.
I smell something burning! Oh god!
You think you're doing some damage?
2 + 2 is
In base 4, I'm fine. I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me, unfortunately.
So the first thing we destroyed was the morality core, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't saying anything.
Yes.
I'd just like to
It's
point
very
out that you
quiet.
were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend, the companion cube. Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All
cake
your
cube.
other friends couldn't come either because you don't
say
have
cube?
any other friends.
sorry,
because of
cake
how
stick.
unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file. Unlikable.
Is Alan McLean chose this one as well?
I'm pretty sure.
He pushes all of them,
Slow,
doesn't
slow,
he?
slow.
Yeah. Some of them are speeded up, some of them are
That's
slowed
exactly
down.
what it says.
Oh no, now how we know how to make cake.
Neurotoxin. So deadly. Joking.
kidding.
When I said deadly
This is so
neurotoxin,
different without
the
music.
deadly was in massive sarcasm. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my eyes. Honestly, it's
I mean, would you eat cereal? Okay, now this one
and
is a
going to
real
find
butt.
its deadliness a lot less
Yeah,
time.
as we're flying past, I guess.
Yes, that's why it's a real butt.
You, look, you're wasting your time. And believe me,
Speaking of time,
you
I
don't
wonder
have
how
a
we're
whole
doing.
lot left to waste.
Don't bother
What's your
looking.
point
2
anyway?
minutes.
Oh, we might do
Survival.
this. Isn't this the
Well,
last one we
then,
need to
the last
get?
thing you want to do is hurt me. I have your brain scanned. and permanently
Hey!
programmed
Brain
share, which is just about to. Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on. That's you. That's how Doctor has been wrong about every single thing you've ever done, including this thing.
Do you know what? It never actually
You're not a
occurred to me
scientist, you're not a doctor, you're not even
to
a
put the
full-time
portal
employee.
directly above the
Where did
incinerator.
your life go so wrong? Are you trying to escape?
I always put the portal next to the incinerator and went through it. That makes a lot more sense.
Well,
Infinite capacity for knowledge.
And even I'm not sure what's going on inside.
this is where she's.
GLaDOS is having a bad day.
You made a comment there about the last thing standing between you and them.
What, whoever comes and,
No, I think she's talking about the 7-hour walk. She's talking about the.
oh, right, this is in the same universe
Yes.
as that. She's talking about the Combine?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So here's an interesting thing: is that when they released, this used to be where it ended,
Oh hey, GLaDOS.
but they changed it when Portal 2 was announced.
What, so that we get dragged off?
Yes, I sort of you said. There we go.
That's right, we have
Party
this.
escort sufficient position.
We're going to be taken off the cake.
After all that,
I suppose that is how we end up being in Portal 2. Wait, is it still
Yeah.
going to play Still Alive?
I think it will. Yes, it does. at the
It
end.
better. And if it doesn't, I will blame you for turning off the music. I'm a little behind on comments because I was looking up composers, but Griffin says savage commentary on PowerPoints from Dally and Dave. Damn right, that's what we're here for. In response to the arguably alive GLaDOS, Jade says, I am arguably alive. I think we're
Yeah,
all,
well, I mean,
all of us here are arguably alive. Companion Cube!
yes,
Wait, isn't that the Companion Cube?
yes, and a whole lot of personality cores.
Oh no. GLaDOS is so complex. At least there's cake.
And
Griffin also says take a chair.
snuff out the candle. There we go.
So we're singing along, right?
Oh my goodness. Because we don't have the music on. Oh no, it is.
I'm making a note here, use success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us,
Say it.
except the ones who are dead. They're the lucky ones. Crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done, and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive.
Press down file a demo. Clear subject name here.
I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and tore every piece into a fire. As I learned it hurt because I was so happy when you stick these points of data make a beautiful mind. And we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Oh, glad. For the people who are still alive. Addendum. One last thing. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Mood. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa.
That was a joke.
That was a joke.
Haha.
Fat chance. Caps. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me, still talking on my science room. It makes me glad I'm not you. I was balanced to run. There is research to be done. on the people.
my stuff.
Oops.
Still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive.
Yes.
I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And when you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
Thank you for participating in this Enrichment Centre activity.
I loved all the ASCIIs.
Yes. So it's interesting. I noticed as part of that,
Clown.
one of the things that said at the end of that was, "Go ahead and the whole thing about go ahead and leave me" is kind of that makes more sense with the ending where
You're
you get
dragged
away.
off.
Whereas no, it makes less sense because you've just been
Oh yeah.
you've been dragged back into the. So that was changed at some point shortly before Portal 2 was released.
I mean, it does seem like she's going to leave.
So-
Right. I guess.
What time is it?
We are well ahead of schedule.
Yes.
It's 5:36.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to? How did you? Do you want to talk about?
Shall we have?
Yeah.
And if anyone in the chat feels like commenting,
Mm-hmm.
any portal thoughts?
Yes.
If you thought we should have taken a chair.
Panning slowly over. It is to the right of us. It's
a companion cube, my love.
Yes.
What's that? Is that a
I think it's
mouse?
supposed to be nice. Yeah.
It's too far from the keyboard. Far too far.
Yes.
And it's not on a mouse pad. This is
Um,
not ergonomic design. There is cake though. That cake
Yes.
looks so good. I wouldn't eat the cherries. I would give the cherries to you. But I love cakes that have just kind of chocolate shavings
chocolate
all over
shavings,
them.
yeah.
Sorry, we were meant to be talking about the game and not the cake.
I think it's very appropriate for us to just meditate on the cake for a little bit.
Cake. Griffin says, "Congratulations," and I only think with portals. Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost discombobulating for me how quickly one can get through that,
Yeah.
because
It's a.
I'm not casting aspersions on my intelligence levels or assigning any worth to intelligence, but my brain doesn't work that fast.
Mm,
Like, I need to take a much longer time to kind of see what's happening.
Mhm.
So when you're going through it quite fast pace. Both basically what I spend my time appreciating is GLaDOS's quips.
Yes. Part of it is, and we did again because I wanted to do this in 2 hours, so we could do it in a single session.
Yeah, we
might
did.
we might take a little bit longer.
Well, Portal 2 we are not going to get done in one sitting.
No, it might take 3 sessions. I
Yeah,
think.
Portal is...
2 to 3 sessions. I think,
Portal is easily half as... twice as
Yeah,
long,
yeah.
probably more like 3 times as long.
What was I going to say? But I was very much kind of like, partly because I've done it before, and partly because that I know roughly what the solution is, but also you get used to kind of spotting the points that you are kind of getting your eye in about, looking for the points at which you're supposed to hit your.
Yeah. Well, because it does that helpful thing. It doesn't tell you what you're supposed to do, but it drops very substantial hints by using the burn marks and the points of light.
Yep.
And I like that. And when it doesn't make sense to have those, you just have the Ratman help you out.
Yes. So the Ratman is apparently in the backstory. His name is Doug Ratman. So that's why he's called the Ratman. That's actually his name. In
Incredible.
canon. There's a couple of scenes. So again, connecting
maybe
it.
he dug his way out.
We'll talk about it a bit more when we do Portal 2, I think. But it's an interesting thing about that last test chamber that we went through, the one that ended with the fire, with the things bouncing up and down, that ended up with us taking us into the incinerator. Is you actually end up walking back through that test chamber near the start of Portal 2.
Huh. Still active? Or?
No. I mean, it's all
It's all deactivated.
it's all some. unspecified amount of time in Portal 2 is an unspecified amount of time in the future, as will be revealed when we start. This is revealed in the first.
Have
couple
I
of
been?
seconds of
Has
Portal 2.
Tell been cryogenically frozen?
Pretty much.
God.
Yeah. But there's lots.
Life is
there's-
suffering for the silent protagonists of Valve games, isn't it?
Portal 2 does have a lot more story to it and does do a lot more of the kind of Half-Life environmental storytelling.
And there
kind
is
of showing
environmental
you-
storytelling in this Portal,
Yeah,
but just
but
because it's a
lot
short
less-
game, there's not
yeah,
a lot of it.
Yeah.
Mostly it's the love story between Ratman and the companion. Precious baby. Dumpty Dumpty Dum. Let's see. Jade says, I like that kind of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin said, the first time I played Portal took me several days. Yeah, same. Jade says, love this game, played with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And Griffin says, yeah, now I can do it in about an hour. Portal 2 is long, Griffin continues, and has a 3-arc story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm being careful not to blurt out any of the parts that I'm aware of, just in case. Yeah, don't want to spoil it, just in case.
Yes.
But yes,
Well,
I'm
we
looking
shall
forward
move
to it.
through.
I'm wondering if I wonder if it would be one of the things I personally find entertaining about Let's Plays, apart from like the witty banter, which arguably we strive to provide, is like kind of watching someone figure stuff out, whether it be the story elements or puzzling or how to defeat a certain enemy. And I'm wondering if it might be if there might be some entertainment value in having me trying to figure out one of the puzzles in Portal 2.
Maybe.
But that
We'll
might
see
just get real old real fast when it
Yeah.
turns out that I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see how it goes. We might have an experimental first episode and then kind of go, nope, Dally is really, really bad at this, we're going to hand the controls back to Dave.
I mean, there's... Well,
Griffin says, notice that the chair has its back to you, that's because you refuse to use it.
indeed.
I'd be interested to know if that's actually true. Oh, excuse me. Too much cake. You're about to say something.
No, it's just, I think that part of the reason why I think you struggle with Portal is also that I don't think you quite have the same kind of hand-eye coordination.
I have
so
said-
it would be
I have said multiple times
Yeah.
today that I was born without hand-eye coordination.
yeah. So I mean, we can try and have that's the chair that's being motioned away from us. Turn it back on us.
I'm actually now really interested. If you use the chair, does the chair turn towards you?
I doubt it. It would be interesting to see, but it seems unlikely.
Oh, Griffin also says you should play the Stanley Parable sometime. We do love the Stanley Parable, and I think that would actually be pretty good stream fodder. I have this weird thing because
A lot of it's-
I kind of want to get the don't play for 5 years achievement, but here's the thing, because of some Steam issues, I don't think I've ever played it on my PC. Certainly not my...
It should be tied to your account, though.
No, but I don't think I've played it on my Steam account. I think I maybe played it on your Steam account. So really, what I should do is
You
play
should
as
do-
soon
you
as
need to do it as soon
possible.
as possible, because I
And
think
then
the 7
wait.
years is up for the...
5 years.
you sure it's 5 years?
Hup. Time to check.
I thought it was longer than that, but...
Max also says the Stanley Parable was fun.
Yeah, I don't know how fun the Stanley Parable is to watch, because it's very much about repeating the same thing over and over again.
I have
and
commentary.
chasing after.
But I don't know how interesting that would be. I have commentary that I can give right now because it's just a few sentences long, which is, I did what the narrator told me in my first run through, and the ending felt very hollow. It's like, oh, you really are meant to play this game by not doing what the narrator tells you. And I'm like, but I like doing what if someone tells me to do something and there's not a good reason not to, Why wouldn't I? Why would I be defiant just for the... This is why I think I might be autistic. Why would I be defiant just for the sake of being defiant? It's like if someone says, here is a book, you may not read it. I'll be like, okay. I don't know anything about the book, I don't want to read the book. But it's like, as soon as you tell someone they can't have something that's meant to be a whole, ooh, now I'm curious, I must know. And I'm just like, I mean, I get it, but I just don't experience it. Personally. How do you feel about that kind of thing?
I think you don't read very much, so I think if someone tells you that the...
Dave shrugged.
Yes, fine.
Okay, yeah, but like if it was like, okay, you may not watch this movie. Dave continues to shrug.
Continues to shrug, yes. Very audio-centric things. Anyway, I think we have verged off from
This is
reviewing.
true. Let me just give you a few more comments about Stanley Parable, which is Griffin saying, I have every achievement in it, which I guess includes the 5-year one, which I'm still checking.
Does that include the one that you can't get without...
Oh, what, the impossible one that you
Yeah.
have to... Yeah, Griffin, does that include the impossible one that you can't get without some kind of shenaniganery?
Mm-hmm.
Max said, I did the exact same thing with the Stanley Parable. Okay, so it wasn't just me, that's good to know. I watched a few playthroughs of it and enjoyed it, says Griffin, and yes, in response to even the impossible Chifo. Where is the Stanley Parable? Can I search my list? I would love it if I could search my list, but I can't.
It's in alphabetical order. Oh, no, it's not.
No,
You
it's
could-
not, because like
Mine
a
is.
fool, like a foolish fool, Dave, what I did was I put things in categories
Is this...
to make them easier to find.
Right. I asked myself... There we go.
I was like, where would I
Is
put
this
this?
going to be quick? Because we could just sign off and do this.
Sorry.
Great content for our future YouTube.
Listen, could we edit it? I'm sorry. Come on. Yeah, it is 5 years. Go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. Listen,
And
it was...
what's unachievable, which was what you actually went to look for.
That wasn't the one. Well, it's called Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement.
Right.
And Griffin has
That
it.
was the achievement that we most recently talked about. Was the
Okay. But it was important that I look up the 5-year one because I needed to
Okay.
prove I was right.
okay? Fine, you were right.
Taylor's giving a look.
Hmm.
Sometimes I wish we had a webcam. Anyway, okay, we can cut however much of that you would like. Or
Not easily, but
sorry.
it's fine. Just next time we will take on Portal 2. Let's just
Let's
ready
just
to sign off and say
wash
goodbye,
our
or
hands
do
of
you
this.
have another completely different game that you want to talk about for 10 minutes?
It wasn't 10 minutes. It was not 10 minutes. And Griffin says Companion Cube is second best cube. Because we have a friend called Cube.
All right. Is that ambivalent type of cube?
Yes, ambivalent hypercube. Okay, before Dave's patience wears any thinner, thank you for joining us.
Indeed. See you next
Century,
some
millennium,
intersection, some unit of time later.
heat death the universe.
Yes. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Try not to breathe too loudly. Regretted that, didn't you? Madeline decided she was going to hold her breath while we were doing the.
He told me not to breathe too loudly.
Fine, okay.